and welcome to the Simpit. You are here for today's edition of the Pit Stop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. Little twist to the intro. Thank you, Tom Jones. Just always letting your creative flow come through onto the show. Happy Friday, everybody. I am in a wonderful mood. Why am I in a great mood? Because I didn't think we were going to have a show. YouTube was giving me a fit. I couldn't get to the section where I set up my stream. That's why we didn't have much advanced warning. But it's all working, which means we get to hang out and be best friends and talk about sim racing, which is the whole reason I love doing this show. I say it all the time. I just hope you guys understand how much I really, really mean it. I get to talk about sim racing. If I talk to my brother, I get about 3 sentences about sim racing before I get a glazed over look from him. When I call my other friends on the phone, they don't even want to hear a sentence of it because they have no idea what I'm talking about whatsoever. Even my real life racing friends could care less about sim racing unless they are sim racing. And that's why I get to hang out with you guys, my sim racing buddies, and we get to just talk about sim racing, and we get to talk about what's going on in every aspect of our hobby, our sport, our common interest, that being sim racing. So happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're having a good intro into the weekend, and I hope you have good things planned. Let me take care of a little clerical stuff before we move on to the show. And again, today is Friday's show, so I need to slow it down. We're here to just chill, have fun. If you guys have any questions, any topics of discussion that you think we should bring up at any point during the show, just make sure to type in a few question marks or those fancy giant blue question marks, and then hit me with your question. Try to keep them short so I can read it live on the show, and we can maybe enter into discussion. Or if you think there's something cool in sim racing that you want to talk about, definitely lead the way with those question marks and let me know. So my clerical. So number 1, I am leaving town Sunday. I got a gig. I got a paying gig, so I will be gone for the week, and I will be returning Friday night. I really, really, really hope that I am getting home Friday night in time to race in the Simpit Skippy series. It's our double header next week, the finale of the season, and I really need those points because I'm in 4th place. I'd love to be on the podium at the end, but Michkowski has it right now. Super chat donation. Tom Jones, $2 for creative input. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much, buddy. Yes, exactly. Devin, thank you very much. If you have questions, definitely do that. Chilly Friday. Yes, I know a lot of people are super chilly today. Majors has announced the 24 hours of Le Mans for December 7th. That's good news. So go check them out at Majors. It used to be Pacific Majors. Now it's just Majors. Really, really top-end league on iRacing. Rick Hyde, question mark, Skippies? Yes, Skippies. Skippy. Skip-da-da-doo-da. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be gone all week, you guys. So I just want to give you a heads up. I'm not going to be here. There will be no pit stop Monday, Wednesday, or Friday for sure. And there will be very little other content. Now, I'm working on some things. I have at least one more video coming out before I do leave, so that'll be good. Is this username available? Thank you very much. New subscriber to the show, I believe that was. The thing happened so fast I can barely see what it is. I'm going to have to work on slowing those down or something. Question marks of any kind. PacificMajors.com. Thank you, Edgar Sanchinelli. All right. What else? What else is happening? I had other clerical that I want to tell you about. We are also live on Twitch. Hi, Twitch. Shaun Cole _ in the pit on Twitch. You know, we get on the line a little bit before the show. They got to see me panicking this morning because I was literally working till the very last minute, trying to get the show ready. They got to see that. Not tomorrow, and then when we finish the show, we usually hang out and do some extra chat, move on to other things for the day. Not sure what we have on our plate yesterday, for the rest of today. Might be just a little bit of post-show banter and then moving on. But join us on Twitch now or join us after this show, Shaun Cole _ in the pit. All right, on with the news. So iRacing, picture here from Christopher Leone of iRacing. And that is his empty cubicle. So apparently, I believe this is the 2nd time in the history of iRacing that they've changed headquarters. Maybe the 3rd. But once again, they are moving. And apparently, when he got this desk when they moved in, this was written on the chalkboard. And I loved this because I've never used the word smile, but this is one of my philosophies of life, I have to tell you. Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. Anyway, he wrote that on the board for the next person who will occupy that. They're moving to India. No, I did not hear that. Very funny, though. But words to live by. I hate when I let anything in the world change me being who I am, is what I'm getting at. So I do like that quote, and good luck to them in their move. In addition to that, anything else that oh, yes, how did I forget? We have our first look at Lernerville Speedway. Speedway located at Sarver, Pennsylvania. It's a 0.4 of a mile. Can you guys hear that audio? No, we should be all right. I better fast forward a little bit just to not get in trouble. So, yes, there's Lernerville, new dirt oval content. Oh, they're the big boys. Don't forget the tearaway. And, So, Lernerville, Pennsylvania, you can find out watch the full video on YouTube via iRacing or go to the iRacing Twitter page. And you can check that video out for yourself. And I'm not going to play more because I don't want to get our show pulled off of the air. God, Billy. Yes. Yes, they do. I hope. Project Cars, so Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, it's the Logitech G Challenge World Finals coming live from Las Vegas. Who will be crowned champion and earn a chance to join the McLaren Shadow? Find out tomorrow on Twitch TV/Logitech G. So that is a big deal. We've already seen what winning various competitions in the Shadow competition have led to. So this could be a big one, could be good entertainment. So tomorrow, 4 p.m., Logitech G Challenge World Finals coming live from Vegas, and this is at Project Cars. I'm sure you'd also find it at McLaren Shadow, Twitter web page, Facebook, all their media sites. You know where to find this stuff. But this one is via the Project Cars Twitter page. Hey, Sim Racing Source, good morning. I do not think that iRacing is moving to China. If I had to guess, here would be my guess. They're moving to more efficient. So I didn't use the word cheap, but maybe more efficient offices. So they're probably making an adjustment that gets them, maybe less rent for a similar type place. But they're pretty firm on their Boston-based location. I don't foresee them moving to China. Twinsta-Faceogram. Yes, exactly. You'll find that at the McLaren Shadow. I can't. Moving right along. All right. Now, I was laying out the stories today, and I was thinking, I got all Cody's. But, fair enough. And to their credit, Dirt Rally, you've got F1, you've got Grid, you've got Esports going on. Cody's is leading the way right now in a lot of the categories. If we were to make a Sim Pizza, new 2019 or 2020 version of Sim Pizza, think of how many categories we'd have to add at this point based on things that maybe didn't exist so much in yesteryear. Development of Sims have changed in terms of rollout, in terms of the way they give you or sell you content, the cost, all Greedy's, Theodore. Well played, Theodore. Theodore, if you would like a Simpit sticker, I like that comment so much. You just email me, Shaun, SHAUN at thesimpit.com. Let me know if you want blue, orange, black, or white, and I'll send you a Simpit sticker. Be sure to include your address so I can send it over, but well played. I really like that comment. Anyway, so a couple of things. For Dirt Rally, 2 hours ago, they posted the battle between Timmy Hansen and Andreas Backerud ended in spectacular fashion. So anyway, maybe something worth watching, I believe coming from the World Series qualifiers. So there's a link here to the Cody's blog via Dirt. Now, because again, they kind of have their feet in a lot of different sims at this point in time. Anyway, so if we go to that Dirt Road book, November 15th, that being today, so we are current, They have some videos here from the qualifiers. So again, we started this via the Dirt Insta Facebook gram and ended up at blog.codemasters for Dirt. And this is the November 15th blog. But anyway, you'll find the videos for the Dirt Rally 2.0 World Series Round 3 qualifiers. And they also have the dates for the next one, so November 12th through 18th, so ending in 3 days, Rally New Zealand. We've talked about that. Wymaz, I think Wymaz is how we're supposed to say that, right? Wymaz. And Rallycross at Holges, Sweden. And starting up on the 19th will be Rally Spain and Rally Hell, Norway. Anyway, and then they have the Showdown in Cape video. So anyway, apparently there was a great finish in that. And then we have some more screenshots. I think we've already seen that. That is my thumbnail of the day because I thought that's a beautiful photo. Sim, real life, a painting. I like the photo. So it made my shot of the day, got to tell you. You guys are nutty. I tell you what, you're nutty. So all that is via the Dirt Rally blog page. Still sticking with Cody's, all right? The greedies. I'm sorry, Cody's, but it's a fair play. Excuse me. This is your last chance to qualify for the F1 Esport 2020 Pro Draft. Need extra motivation? Here's just the thing, featuring Enzo Benito, Racing Champions, and more. Anyway, sorry, excuse me. Kind of choked on my coffee there. All you need to do is load F1 2019. Go to the F1 Esport tab, set your score, and win prizes. So if you follow their link for their little post on this last chance, they go on to basically tell you, where was the shit they're giving away? Push-ups. I forgot where I am. I literally forgot where I am. You know what? Push-ups, everybody. I can't believe I just did that on YouTube. I have a zero tolerance policy to that. Twitch people, you're seeing them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm so sorry for the rude interruption to the show. 100. Steve, we would be here for 2 hours. Anyway, you can win prizes in this, and somewhere in that I did see a list of the stuff that you could win. So even if you have no shot, that's what I'm getting at, even if you have zero chance whatsoever, you can still win prizes just by posting some times for the Pro 2020 Draft. Last chance to qualify coming up. That was posted 5 hours ago. Just take the green screen with me. All right, I'm all winded. Final qualifying for the new, we already talked about that, but that was part of the thing. Remember, disclaimer, this event was delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. As such, this event will be available to participate until 23:59 on Tuesday, November 19th. That means you have until then to get your qualifying times in, and then you can actually maybe win some prizes. There you go. What else? Again, we why was it delayed? Delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. Our fifth and final F1 Esport 2020 qualifying event will be opening later than planned. But no explanation. Where's the explanation of what went on? But if you enter, you have a chance of taking it and play trackside in the Formula One World Championship opener in Melbourne. 2 tickets plus flights and accommodation are up for grabs. All you have to do is complete a lap. So again, getting back to the contest. Load F1 2019, go to the F1 Esport tab, set a score, turn a lap. It said 1 lap right there, and win prizes. It's more prizes than just that, but that would be a hell of a way to start off next year, wouldn't it? There you go. And the event had been delayed, and that's why we have added opportunity to get onto it. Again, if you have any questions or things you actually need me to see, I love your guys' conversation. But just like Rip the Cushion did, Wreckfest stream on Twitch this weekend, question mark. Rip, that is a absolutely fantastic idea, but I don't think I can pull it off this weekend because tomorrow in the morning, I'm going down and working on the Porsche 924. And then Sunday I'm leaving town for a week. So I can't do, but I would love to do a Wreckfest stream, maybe get just as huge gang playing together. That would be awesome. Maybe we can do that in a couple of weeks coming up or through the holidays at some point for sure. All right, what else? What else do we have? Grid. Another giveaway. That was the one that I remember seeing a description of the giveaway. To celebrate Ford versus Ferrari's launch, they're running a special giveaway for Grid. So they're giving away a $30 Odeon Cinemas gift card, limited edition Grid t-shirt, limited edition Grid lanyard, Grid Ultimate Edition on your chosen platform. All you have to do is follow us being at Grid Game on Twitter, and retweet this post to enter that contest. So I hope you guys are entering these. I mean, these are pretty simple things, and you can win massive prizes. And man, I'd be so happy if one day I get a lot of great emails. I do. I really do. In fact, speaking of emails, if you're a fan of the show and you've sent me an email and I haven't gotten back to you, I'm a bit behind on emails, and I apologize. Chances are I've read your email. I just haven't had an opportunity to respond. So I'm backed up a couple of weeks right now on emails. I'm going to do my best to get caught up on that before getting out of town, hopefully, or maybe I'll find some time while I'm away to take care of that. But anyway, I would love to get an email from you guys one day saying, I won a Grid t-shirt because you told me to go enter the contest, and I did. Or even better, man, I'd be so thrilled if somebody actually was going to Melbourne to watch an F1 race because they entered the contest because they heard about it here on the show. So please be the one. Be the one to tell me you can get out there and that you won. So NASCAR Heat 4, their whole esport thing coming to a conclusion. You know, being well-timed with the finale of real-life NASCAR. I'll give them that versus like iRacing, which it all wrapped up a while ago. You won a 30-80 tie from the Simpit. Anyway, crunch time for several teams at Michigan this week. So talking about how things are heating up in there. I honestly haven't been following it all that well. But it is going on, and it is one of the absolute premier esport events. Viewers watching the race will have a chance to win a ticket to the NASCAR driving Xperience, $600 value. So if you watch the event, which is coming up on do I have an actual date of the event? Forgive me, I'm not seeing an actual this week's. In addition, they're giving away copies of NASCAR Heat 4 during the stream as well. What's up with the wipes, guys? Come on. Are we taking a really dark turn here? I'm trying to just stick to the news here. Anyway, I don't have an exact time of the race. We do know it is this week. You can follow them versus NASCAR Heat 4 and all their Facebook and Mediagram pages. But they are giving away copies of the NASCAR Heat Gold Edition and Standard, and they're giving away, you could win a NASCAR driving Xperience, $600 worth. So that could be very cool. In addition to that, they're previewing the DLC. So this is the November DLC that's coming out on the 19th, that being 4 days from now. Some new of the liveries. And I like that car shape. That car right there looked really cool right there. That looks pretty awesome visually speaking. So yeah, we have some DLC that's coming this month and some previews of these things coming. Silver. What? I can't even tell what that says. Something. It almost looks like it's the Coors paint job, and then they just put a different company on it. Someone probably knows what that is. There you go. All right. Anyway, so that's all coming out. What else? Oh, free to play this weekend on Xbox. I do believe. Yep, for the rest of the week. Come play NASCAR Heat 4 for free for the rest of the week for a special promotion. Get 20% off when you buy it on the Xbox. So right now, Xbox Gold members can play NASCAR Heat 4 for free, and you can actually buy it through there and get 20% discount. There you go. What else? If you get a racing incident, they come in handy. Yes, Joa, we started the show about 20 minutes ago, just so you know, 21 minutes ago. FIA sanctioned GT World Finals Monaco, part of their World Tour 2019, Friday through Sunday, the 22nd through 24th. So that's actually next week, but just a reminder, TikTok, if we had a little countdown timer, we'd be coming up on 1 week until that goes on. So something else to put in your calendars, definitely worth watching. WRC 8, the official game, posting celebrating the arrival of WRC 8 on the Nintendo Switch. Da-da-da. Did you hear the music? Anyway, if you have a Switch and you want to, it's now available in Europe, and it will be available in the US on the 19th. I was trying to put a "the" there. Anybody know what I'm doing? I'm going to put a "the" on everything for the rest of the show. Sim the Cube. They posted this from the Cube, the controls. The wait is over. Check our website. Formula CSX2. Improved with stronger materials. New look, rock solid electronics. Formula Sport. Brand new steering wheel. Simple but innovative. Wireless versions available soon. Make that blue thing go away. Hey, we had the blue thing away finally. There you go. There's the latest, greatest from Cube Controls. Affiliated with Sim the Cube. Simmy Cube. Sorry, I can't do that right there. This was posted at McLaren Shadow, and it just kind of made me chuckle. Although I have to tell you, anybody who knows me well knows that I do not wear baseball hats. I used to when I played baseball, and when I lost my hair, I just never liked the look of a baseball cap on my head. It just doesn't look right. It's not flattering. If you guys need me to show you how bad it is, I could go pull a brand new hat. I don't even have a used hat because I don't wear hats. I have a brand new hat. Shoot, I can almost do a hat giveaway. I think I have a light. Yeah, I come out to Thug Life for sure, Devin Booth. Anyway, this post here, McLaren Shadow, and it is winter. You guys are all complaining about cold all week long. Want to take on the cold winter mornings? We've got just the answer. Get your hands on one of our McLaren Shadow beanies. And I wish I was telling you about a contest where you could wear it. But no, they're actually for sale if you click that link. But, so what do they want for a McLaren Shadow beanie? Boom. There it is. There's the beanie. €27.75. So what's that, like 35, 40 bucks? I'm not a big fan of ball on top beanies, to be honest with you. That's not I do like the color scheme. They do have other beanies as well. So here's just the standard McLaren. Actually, I should get me one of those, but they're not cheap either. Same amount. But then if you really want to go all in on your McLaren garb, you could just get one of these jackets for €199. Hat giveaway. I don't have a Simpit hat. I think I have a butt kicker hat. We could do a butt kicker giveaway. All right, Simpit contest time. What are we going to do? How are we going to give this hat away? I'll think about that for a minute. It's never been worn. It's still in its plastic. I have a butt kicker, which I got to tell you, I wear butt kicker shirts around town. It's one of my favorite shirts to wear because it's like almost offensive, but it's really not. You got to have some balls to wear this hat, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, me in a hat is very not cool. So I am going to continue. If anybody has a suggestion for how we have a contest to give away this hat, I will happily send it to anyone in the world as soon as we figure out the how. And we have a few more minutes to get that done here on a slow-paced, take our time, enjoy ourselves Friday show. So if anybody would like to win this hat, get ready. We're going to figure out how to do a contest. Sign it. I can't sign this. That would be up to whoever won it, whether I sign. I'm not gonna ruin the shirt. Logically Gaming, Devin Booth is in the house. I mentioned this the other day, and I kind of pulled it up on short notice and didn't really say it quite properly. But Devin Booth, who runs Logically Gaming, who's a big part of the Simpit community, you'll find him at Devin Booth or Logically Gaming on Twitch, also on YouTube. He is doing a community race in conjunction with our community and putting it all together, and it's a big event for 2.2 for Mission 22. Mission 22 is a veteran suicide awareness group that they are raising money for, doing a special event. Devin is going to be doing streams of the whole thing. It's going to be a passworded event, so you'll need to be at Logically Gaming on Discord in order to be there. But this is going to go on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. There'll be practice. There'll be qualifying. He's going to have 2 different classes of racing, LMP1, GTE. You can be there. You can race in the event. You can watch the stream. Do everything you can to support 2.2 for Mission 22. And again, racing for veteran suicide awareness. And that's a great thing to be doing in November. We just passed Veterans Day the other day. I think it's pretty safe to say that everybody in here, just PM Devin Booth in Discord, and he'll give you the password for the event going on again November 17th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, Watkins Glen, LMP1, and GTE. But I think everybody here, it's safe to say, knows or has family or friends or knows of somebody who served in the military. All of us know how important it is to support veterans, and suicide is a big problem with people who've gone through traumatic events via being in the military. We thanked them the other day on Veterans Day, and now it's time to do what we can to support them and make sure they get through each and every day. Anyway, thank you for doing that, Devin. Great of you to do that. Pat on the back for doing the right thing, and go support, whether you race or watch, go support that stream and that whole show. So we are 7 days away from the autumn sales. They put it on Steam. So if you've been saving your nickels and dimes waiting to buy some content, it's coming up 7 days, whether you're talking sim racing titles or just anything. If there's ever a time to buy games that you always thought about, but like, I'm not going to bother, or this could be the moment. So check it out in 7 days. Tim Chitwood, Spatial Dragon, he sent this in. This is the full list in the ATS 1.36.1.3 for ATS. And I am showing you this because, my God, this is a pretty... literally telling you, like, was this literally off the board of every single item that they knocked off? But that's quite a list of up in that latest update 1.36.1.3 to ATS. Thank you for sending that in, Tim. Oh, thank you for hosting it, Devin. That's really awesome of you. Very, very awesome of you. Joe, I'm not sure that I know or can confirm the answer on that one. The first person to come up with a quality contest for the hat wins the hat. I'll tell you what. I only have them in large. Whoever comes up with the contest between now and the end of the show for the butt kicker hat wins a large Rseat shirt. This has an embroidered logo on the back as well. Very, very cool shirt. So, first person to come up with the contest wins the shirt. I'll send it anywhere in the world. First person to get the right answer to the contest wins the hat. Best of luck. You have 30 minutes. Go. I have a feeling we might own this shirt and hat beyond today. So, do a watermelon challenge. You know, you could, in theory, win the hat. And no, I guess if you came up the contest, you would be ineligible to win the hat. If you have a contest idea, exclamation point before so I can see it. And then we will, yes, just send you the shirt. We might do that at the end. We might be down to picking a number at the end of the show, so stay tuned. Jesse, should we throw that in addition to the normal sim racing Simpit garb? Simpit patron race. Bonuses this time. Sorry you guys, but it's a Friday show. Butt kicker hat. Not sure if I have another hat, but I will. And Rseat shirt. I promise you guys, when I return, if you're part of the patron team, I'm making this promise to you guys. As soon as I get back from this on Friday, I am going to pick a new moment for our next Simpit patron race. And our next prize is going to be the normal Simpit pack, plus at least one bonus runner-up prize of a third-party vendor like Butt Kicker, Rseat, Xperience, Ricmotech, who knows. Theodore, that's an interesting one. The over-under on the amount of likes at the end of the show. We could use that. Let me think about that. Theodore likes. I'm going to stay with that. Contest. Name the first service that Shaun streamed to when he started his streaming career. That is an interesting idea there. Yeah, maybe, Jesse, maybe I will make it. I have a few other things that I could throw in the box from the Simpit to make this the best ever patron race prize ever. All right, we're still thinking. Let's move on with the news. We're going to come back to that. We need ideas for a contest. Anywhere in the world. Nope, no limit on this one. I'm all distracted. The egg, net. Talking about Monster Jam Steel Titans coming to Nintendo Switch on November 26th. 'Tis the season, 'tis the holiday. We're going to see a few more of these titles coming before the end of the season. More and more of those gamier titles that aren't necessarily linked to sim racing might not even have controller support, to be honest with you. But I will say I do love myself a Monster Jam title game. That's for sure. Kart Rider Drift comes to the West 15 years after its debut. Another one of these. I thought we had a video to play. Here we are on the Xbox. Sign up for the Kart Rider Drift closed beta right now. I know a lot of you guys have kids, and I'm sure you rather they play this than some mystical creatures game. So I guess that's why I show it. I know a lot of you have kids. We just did the Play Seat Challenger. Maybe the ultimate Christmas present for your little kid who you want to get into racing. Careful, keep them in the sim, not in real life racing, but you know what I'm talking about. This could be a great gateway game for them, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I was thinking that one too, Joa. I'm wondering how many people know the answer to that. All right, Joa wins it. Joa, you win the shirt. The contest is on. We don't have all day for this. We want to do our giveaways, and this is spontaneous. Otherwise, we'd plan it better, right? Joa, you win the t-shirt. Congratulations, buddy. I'll get your address from you. Now, the first person other than Joa who can tell me the first real-life car that I turned into one of my all-time favorite sims ever. And some people might have to disqualify yourselves from this one. No, everybody. There's no reason. No one has an advantage. First person to guess what my first real car turned into a sim, which is, there's only one. Well, yeah, no, you brought up others. I have done other. This is my own personal one, though. So best of luck. First person to get the answer wins this. I will tell you, the answer is findable between now and the end of the show. And you would find it at my old show. Tom Jones, you're going to have to be more specific. Nope, that's not it, Tim. It's a very simple question. It was a very direct, simple question. The answer is at Inside Sim Racing, for sure. I don't know how you'd find it. Best of luck. If anyone finds the link and you have the answer, please send it in. One of my all-time favorite shows I ever did, even. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom. All right. What else going on? I'm going to wait for your answers. The hat, it's on the line. Brian, we could do that on another contest day. I almost need to keep a contest list here of other contest ideas. Guess Shaun's time. I love it. We're going to do that. My 10 speed bike. Nope. Yep, my SimPod. MX-5. Nope, incorrect. Laser Cutter. Laser Cutter wins. Tom, I'm sorry. It had to be more specific because, again, MX-5 could have been, oh, Edgar, you're too late. Oh, Edgar, you're so close. Laser Cutter. There it is. All right, Laser Cutter, please email me your address or you can send it to me wherever. You have plenty of access to me. Shaun at thesimpit.com. I need your address and we will get you the butt kicker hat. Joa, you know how to get a hold of me. Send me your address, which I probably already have, but send it to me again and you get the t-shirt. I unfortunately will not be able to get these out before I leave, but I will let Joa nag me endlessly the day I return next Friday. So, John, Tom, so close. I'm so sorry, buddy. So sorry. You were on it. I knew you knew, but I need more specific. All right, we had our Friday fun here at the Simpit. Twinfinite talking about free-to-play kart racer, kart rider, drift, headed to Xbox One 2020. That was the game we just played the video of. Apparently, you can play it for free, or maybe it's the previous version, because the new one's Kart Racer Drift, right, is in closed beta. But apparently you can play Kart Racer. Anyway, I don't know. 2020 is when the game's coming out, so maybe not quite in time for Christmas, but there you go. So, how many of you guys know much about or are following the whole Google Stadia thing? This is like kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first step towards cloud-based gaming. So throw away your computer. Forget needing a 2080 Ti. You don't need it, Cranky. Tom, you guys don't even need a 2080 Ti. Google Stadia is here to the rescue. Do you, Super Mazda? I should put this back in its bag, by the way. Next patron race, we're going to do a Simpit t-shirt along with a loot box. A Simpit loot box is going to be the grand prize. The winner of the race is going to get a Simpit loot box. Wait. The winner of the race for the next patron race, which is going to come up during December, promise. The winner of the race is going to get a Simpit t-shirt. And the drawing from the patron team will be a Simpit loot box. No, t-shirt will be brand new, sent from my supplier, and the loot box will be used. It'll be used gear and stuff. It'll be Simpit stuff. I'll leave it at that for now. We'll play with that idea as we move forward. All right, what else? So, are you guys afraid of Google Stadia, or is Google Stadia here to save the day? In theory, this could someday replace your computer. It could someday replace your console. It would be the equivalent of playing games via the internet, where the hard work of the processing and graphics is being done via the internet, via the cloud, and you're playing it like you watch TV more than playing. Yeah, Theodore, that's going to be one of the first minimums, isn't it? Now, with that said, and the reason I say it is, anytime something new or huge, does it potentially, I'm trying to, like coal is disappearing because they're just cheaper, safer, less expensive ways to produce energy. If this becomes the cheaper, more efficient way to produce gaming, do computer games and consoles come to an end? And is that not the inevitable at some point in time? Yeah, look at that advantage, Jesse. You could use it with a hotspot while you were traveling. Well, I'm going out of town. I could take a controller with me and, do like, my buddy brings his Apple, TV when he comes over and just plugs it in. I don't know, Rick. I don't know if it does, and I'm sure that someday it will. Yeah, I mean, so and with VR, it could be even cooler or more easy. This is potentially the future. It's a matter of when. It might not even be this version. It might not be Google Stadia. This could be an epic failure. And then at the same time, that doesn't mean it's not the direction that we're going. The reason I do mention it, though, and I did mention it on Wednesday's show, but Stadia could be an opportunity for developers to enhance our favorite games. So, for example, Grid is going to have 40-player 40-player connectivity, which is really awesome because we're not seeing that from many sims out there. And they're going to be doing this via the cloud-based version of Grid via Google Stadia. So, it will have an impact. I don't know when it will trickle down or get to us. Xbox just announced xCloud, and it's going to junk Stadia. So like I said, it might not be Stadia. This is going to become a highly competitive area. Theodore says the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator uses that technology to ray tracing online. Interesting. Tom Jones, do you have a Simpit sticker yet? If not, I am gonna award comedy because that is super well played. Stadia, are you buffering? Well done, Tom. If you'd like another Simpit sticker, you know the rules: orange, black, blue, white. Send me your address, Shaun@thesimpit.com, and I will send that out to you. Steve Sy says his friend plays Assetto Corsa on a PC system that's in a different country than his actual wheel. Interesting. Yes, I mean, with a great internet connection, we're there. It's just when we have enough bandwidth to overcome the amount of data that needs to be moved. And that data could include graphics. It could include VR. It could include more than just the physics. There'll probably be variations where there might be some stickers that are complete stickers. Sorry, you totally got me. There could be some games where maybe you do have a play box and it does have a certain amount of capability built in, memory, content even. And then you still have an interface with the internet, but some of it is, so who knows how it will be played in the future, but it is the future. And like Billy said, you're going to see multiple variations of this out there in the world to choose from. What else? Too broke for VR? Try head tracking. It's cheap and awesome. How many of you guys use head tracking? I didn't read this. I just looked at the title and figured, okay, cool. They're going to tell you how to do head tracking in an affordable version. Looks like they're using a webcam and some kind of probably 3D printed piece, perhaps. I don't know. Any of you do head tracking? I gave up on head tracking, probably 6 months after I tried it for the first time and never went back to it. When you think of VR, you have built-in head tracking as part of what VR is all about. There are ways to use the VR or head tracking with fixed monitors, and it is interesting. Just nothing that I really like that much. So I never did it, but here's an article here at Grown Gaming telling you how to do a cheap and awesome version of head tracking, which is something that a lot of sim racers use. Again, I do ask how many of you use head tracking. I'm sure a few of you do. Yeah, and I felt like I was leading with my head, not with my eyes, more than I do in VR. So, all right, I thought this was funny. So, two different articles. One was sent to me from The Man. We're just going to call you The Man from now on, The Man. The Man and John Hill both sent me each of them sent me a different article, and I just kind of chuckled at the identicalness of the article. So, Simply the Best, virtual driving, a Ford GT endurance racer, and a whole article here talking about the state-of-the-art sim used by Ford Performance, and this is pretty awesome. That thing looks like it moves every which way possible. Look at the control room. Talk about sim racing. Oh my God. Let's have a fleet of guys watching one guy do that. When you think about what does Atzi Kirchhoff do for a living, this is the world he lives in, running the McLaren sim. Anyway, and then funny enough, another article. Maserati built an advanced driving simulator that's even better than Ferrari's. And then look at this sucker. I'm not sure which one looks more impressive, to be honest with you. But this coming in to us from Maserati with their over the top. Oh, do we get to see more of the sim or just cars? There we go. Oh, wait, that last one looked like. So there it is undercover. And there it is up on its giant platform. Anyway, so that's the kind of stuff. If you are ridiculously wealthy, you want to spend a few $1 million on your simulator, that's what it would look like. So it's now not Ford versus Ferrari, it's Ford versus Maserati, coming to theaters in 2023. What else? I've told you guys, no, okay, this is different than I thought it was. So this is at speedwaydigest.com. MotorVision, the TV partner of the E-F1 Championship. So the E-F1 Championship is like the German version of an F1 championship. So this is the German pay TV channel. MotorVision is the new TV partner of the Formula Australia E-F1 Championship. We covered that and talked about it at various points last season. The first professional virtual Formula One league for Central Europe. So it's now going to be covered, and MotorVision is the TV partner of that. So you're going to start seeing this on prime time in Europe. This very Central Europe-centric, another geographically centric esport. So we've seen the other one. In fact, we're going to talk about the other one here. No, not this one. So, sorry. From Esport WTCR Ascaro to the Macau Grand Prix for Sabino. Lei Sabino, who finished second in the Esport WTCR Ascaro Asia Oceania qualifier recently, will race for real in the Macau Touring Car Cup this weekend. I should have had the disclaimer on that whole time I was talking. He'll be driving a Golf GTI TCR run by local outfit SLM Racing Team in the above 1950. Anyway, congratulations to him. Again, more and more sim racers getting real life opportunities. I'm sure some of them were parallels, like they were doing other dabbling in racing and sim racing. I don't think they're all 100% the path of sim racing alone, but we're seeing more and more of it. That is awesome. They don't use VR. Uh, I just like this write-up. I wasn't going to cover it because usually we have so many things to cover on the esports scene that I don't need the fluff pieces anymore. I mean, we have more than enough results and upcoming events on its own, but I like this one, so I wanted to cover it. This is at iRacing, the Rallycross World Championship 2019 Championship contender, Thrustmaster iRacing World Championship. And then they have a cool write-up, and I just thought this was really cool with the way they did it. It looked really pro to me. This didn't look like Sim Racing World anymore. This looked like real-life type marketing stuff. Anyway, Championship Contenders is the title for each one of these cards. They're like hero cards, that like when you would go to a race and they give you the little card that often is used for the autographs even. Little hero card, little promotional thing for the sponsors, for the driver. Anyway, this one here being Sammy Matty Trogan, and first place, 404 points. He won in Atlanta, has led in the points after 4 of 6 rounds. Only driver to make the main in every race this season. Number 12, Josh Fox, and so on. Anyway, we see third in the points. Mitchell De Jong, Johan Harth. Josh Fox, we mentioned him. Anyway, I liked the photos. I liked the imagery. I liked the way they made it look really pro. So there you go. That's all. Max Pappas. How many of you in real life know Max Pappas as a driver name? He had a not super long or super famous career, but he's a character. Anyway, Max Pappas switched from real life racing, and he raced in a few different disciplines. He raced in Indy, he raced in NASCAR, and then he went on to start Max Pappas Innovations, aka MPI. How many of you own an MPI steering wheel? The reason I bring this up is Max Pappas started making steering wheels that immediately were adopted by the pro ranks of real life racing, and he has a selection of wheels from Formula to NASCAR to other type of cars as well, like Mazda Miata specific wheels even. Anyway, he's had a fairly successful company, and with that, he's always been a huge advocate of sim racing. So he immediately started marketing his wheels not only to real life racers, but also to the sim racing market. So that's why I ask, how many of you have an MPI wheel on your sim rig? And maybe you even have an MPI wheel and didn't realize that is where it came from. MPI is Max Pappas. Anyway, in an article here from Logitech, of all places, Max Pappas talking about the rise of e-racing. And this is coming from somebody who's really been a strong advocate of sim racing. And that's something that for many years we were talking about. I remember early years we talked about Inside Sim Racing earlier when we were doing the giveaway. And it was really funny how few real-life racers would take sim racing seriously. I mean, outside of Dale Earnhardt and a very small handful of others, we were often mocked, to be honest with you, by the real-life racing industry across the board. And that's not the same anymore, but I'll call Max Pappas one of the originals, and that he's always been an advocate of what we're doing. So if you're interested in hearing somebody who's going to talk very favorably of sim racing, and you can check that out at Logitech's blog. So no, they're no more. They're like the price of a Momo or any other proper racing wheel. I mean, I think they start off probably at about $250 for their cheapest models, and probably work their way up to well, depending. I don't think they add electronics to MPI wheels, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're bolt on, so you need some hub. Theodore, the edge is something that I don't even know. I don't even know if we could close the gap on the edge between sim racing and motorsport any more than we already have, because this here still isn't doing it. I mean, if everybody in the world had one of these, we'd be a lot further along than we are today, as we're now getting into the direct drive and load cell or hydraulic pedal scenarios is the norm. If this was the norm, if this giant simulator was the norm, we'd still be quite removed from real life in terms of one-to-one comparison. However, the competition is very similar. And I think that anybody who's ever raced anything, even like, I mean, like cross country racing, you would do it, but they're like the taking the proper driving line, the how you set someone up for a pass. I even dare say braking zones. It's like you could be talking running, cross country. You could be talking bicycles. You could be talking any form of motorsport. You could be talking like cross country horse racing. The philosophies of racing are very similar across the board, and that is the big parallel no matter what form or what class or what you're racing. And I think that that's the one common area where, I mean, we just, no matter what we do, we're never going to be the same as real life racing. However, man, that inside-outside passing, that setting someone up, that taking the apex, that maximizing braking, that trail braking ability, all of these things are so equal and parallel to real life that we have that ground well covered. And in some of the other stuff, the actual car handling, we are definitely learning motor memory skills that are very similar to the use of the gas and the brake together, the car balance understanding, the understanding of the movement of the wheel and how it makes the car react type things are all great parallels, but very removed. Very removed. But we're at the same time, we're very, very similar. All right, back on track, episode 2. So this is from the Renault Sport Esports side of things. This is them really all in on their Esport team. They're now doing their own updates on what's going on with their Renault Sport Team Vitality. So it's, McLaren's really led the way when it comes to utilizing and marketing their sim racing drivers and treating it more than just something that they're doing. But anyway, this is episode 2 now of Back on the Track. I didn't see episode 1 even, but you can follow the Renault Esport series drivers and how they're going on. So good for them. You'll find that at RenaultSport.com, by the way, which is just so awesome. Again, I just remember the first time when like NASCAR listed the iRacing champions on the NASCAR.com standings page. No write-ups, no articles, no coverage, no videos, no super affiliation other than just the naming rights. And I was so flattered to see sim racing, though. You'd see, like, the Cup Series. You'd see the Busch. Forgive me on my dated names here. You'd see the Truck Series. And then you'd see the iRacing Championship. And it was like, wow, there's Ray Alfalla on NASCAR.com getting the love of the real-life racing community. Well, now we're different. Now McLaren's putting us on their front page. Renault is putting us on their front page of, like, their F1 level. We've seen it from Mercedes as well. So this is awesome. Oh yeah, I mean there's no flight sims. There's so much routine in flight sims. Flight sims are maybe even in some ways more valuable because so much of flying, 90% of flying is understanding procedures. And in a commercial world, it's even more than 90%. But, the ability to be a great pilot beyond, like, can you do a barrel roll? Can you do a loop? Can you fly at low altitude and predict the terrain ahead of you well enough to not run into something? Red Bull air racing level piloting is a different story. But when you're talking flight sim, 99% of what you're doing is understanding navigation, understanding communication, understanding procedure. And I think that is immensely valuable because of how many procedures. And let's face it, you get in a race car, it's did we fill up the tank? Did we air up the tires? Did we torque wrench the lug nuts? Did we tighten the belts? Did we get our helmet on correctly? Fire it up and go. So now, as we were saying earlier, talking about the parallels of racing or where do they cross the line or where do they combine, Yeah, a lot of the car handling skills are very similar, but they're not one-to-one. And I dare to say the same thing on the flight sim. So if you were to take the best Red Bull scenario, or air racing scenario, or DCS trying to fly a warthog at low altitude, is it one-to-one? I don't know. I've never piloted a plane on that level, so I don't know. But I would dare say it's probably no more accurate than our driving is on that level. But on the procedure level, they kick our ass. Anyway, I've told you, again, I keep talking about geographically based competitions. I've mentioned the X1 Racing League. Remember, just a few days ago, we saw the images of the bigwigs all in their suits for the glamour photo. And then we talked about, whose son was it? Now I can't remember whose F1 Racing legend's son got drafted into it. Anyway, Sony Images Network India, non-public constrained, don't know what that means, has obtained the special media rights for the world's first very qualified franchise-centered motorsport league, X1 Racing League, together with media rights for X1 Racing Esport, the inaugural. Anyway, so they are getting, and this is going to get further promotion via that. So getting serious in a few different areas. Look at how many areas are specifically geographically taking sim racing just super duper serious, and it's not just the national or world. Nelson Piquet Jr., is that it? No, it wasn't Schumacher. Okay. Nope, it wasn't Scott Speed. Anyway, we've talked about the Central Europe one. We've talked about Austrian esport. We've talked about Australian specific esport. We've talked about Asia specific esport. And we've talked about the Malaysia area as well. So very interesting what we're seeing going on in the geographical version of the esport competitions as well. And the regions that take their racing that seriously. Again, my big prediction is just wait till the Dubai, the Emirates area, some of the Middle East countries, when they flip the switch on esport, we're going to see stadiums and events that we've on a scale that we've never seen. That's my prediction for the future. Let's call that Shaun Cole 2020 prediction, that in 2020 we will see something in the esport world, sim racing specific esport world, from the Middle Eastern area, with more money or more limelight and more contestants in a bigger stadium than ever before. Now, they can't build a stadium by next year, but they can announce the building of one. So, hey, Tony, how you doing, buddy? Where to watch the MotoGP Esport Global Series final round. So the finals, we talked about some of the build-up. We cover most of their articles building up, even though I don't watch. And I believe they just use hand controllers. Let's look at their little video and see. I was watching some of the driving. Oh, see, it looked like everyone was looking down. Did you see that? Everyone was looking down. This is live right now, by the way, it says. It says we are live. This is the event. Or are they playing no, this says live. MotoGP Esports Series Round 3. Oh, that's Round 3. Why is it playing that one? I don't know. Round 3 could be the final. I haven't covered this very well. Forgive me. Only 61 people watching. We didn't get our best announcement as normal for this, but still, it's not a lot of people watching the show. Kind of discouraging that only 61 people find sim racing news or conversation that fascinating. But oh well, what are you gonna do? GT Planet talking about Forza Horizon 4. This week's Forza Horizon 4 season change spice things up with a rare Koenigsegg, so you can drive that really cool looking Koenigsegg apparently in this week's Forza Horizon 4 season change. We don't cover that very often as well, the whole Forza Horizon 4. Been a while since we've heard much of the Crew 2, but the Crew 2 Blazing Shots update adds Gran Turismo's Citroen GT concept car. You remember that car in Gran Turismo? That was a big deal when that came out. It was one of their futuristic designs. And apparently that exact car is now going over to the Crew 2. Not sure what kind of shenanigans it took for that to come over. but apparently it's going to be considered a unicorn car, along with, are these other unicorns? The 4 brand new cars available to players while all are rare and desirable, one is something of a unicorn. So the Bugatti Veyron, the Porsche Carrera, the Citroen, and the Ferrari 599. I'm assuming they mean the Citroen being the unicorn. Hey, Cranky, enjoy your dinner. Yes, Cranky, that is very relevant too. And the real number is how many people actually watch. It's nice that we all get to hang out, but it's not exactly a convenient hour. We're a little teeny bit early for after work in the UK, or we interfere with dinner, and we're definitely at the time when everybody's at work if they work a 9 to 5 here in the United States. So this is at BSim. BSim supplying our eye candy of the day. This is a write-up on the Precision Sim Engineering wheel. That, if you saw a picture of that, would you, I mean, other than the word sim, and even with the word sim, wouldn't you just assume that was a real-life wheel, not made for sim racing? But, in fact, this is made for sim racing. The only problem is no pricing on this. Anyone want to guess? That should have been our contest of the day. Over-under on the price. I'm guessing $3,000, $2,800 maybe? That would be my... They make some expensive stuff. They're not known for cheap. More eye candy, this time from Sim Race Hardware News and Reviews blog. The NSH Racing Discovery of the Simpet Sport crankset by, that's more words than I can't even find it, Claudio WRC. So look at this beautiful piece of work with a master cylinder feeding into a urethane elastomer resistant, spring-based clutch for sure. And I can't 100% tell what's going on in that gas pedal. It could be spring. There could even be some kind of a load cell on that gas pedal. Ooh, we have a little video, but they never play on this channel. I might have to stop using that channel to show things off when we can't even see it. What else? All right, here's a nice looking rig. We're looking at a profile rig. It does not look like, oh, that is, all right, man, this could have been our contest. That almost looks like an office chair mounted to a rig. I see what looks like armrests that would go up and down like an office chair, but it reclines like, is this like the seat out of like an SUV back seat maybe? Anyone have any clue what this seat would be? Armrests that go up and down, reclining seat. It definitely looks like a proper automotive seat. They're perfectly made to pair with my SC2. I agree, Paul. I'm going to have to contact them immediately. Oh, my. DX Racer? Is that a DX Racer? I don't know. Those definitely are office arms. Or maybe this is just one giant hodgepodge of things. Anyway, I wanted to see the name. This was posted by Mr. Rockafoten. And this rig just really had me thinking, looking at it. I'm like, man, I can't identify anything definitively. But I do like the way parts of it work. I do like that setup. If it's an office chair, maybe he just slides it around and uses a proper desk. VR behind the seat, that's what that is. I was trying to figure out if that was a fan. No, that's a WMD. Isn't that a Windows Mixed Reality VR headset? Yes. Cranky has those armrests on his DX Racer. And, because they're the gaming, that's the DX Racer gaming chair, not the rig, right? Anyway, that one had me really tripping. What else to tell you guys about today? Almost coming to the end here. Hour and 9 minutes. Of course, if there's anything you want to talk about, be sure to chime in now because we are getting towards the end of the show. I'll finish up with a few more details, the reminders and clerical that we covered at the beginning. But This one posted by R3DLOH on Reddit, SimReddit. And this being a cool looking racing seat on another one of those profile P1-esque rigs. I like that monitor. My favorite is the monitor. Yes, I love the monitor. I like that keyboard. I like the idea of a backlit illuminating white keyboard, although I think I might make a mess of it. But anyone know that keyboard? Anyone know what that keyboard is? That looks cool. I think that looks super cool. Anyway, all right, little eye candy there. What else do we have? Check out this sim room. This is a room. We got wheels on the wall. We got a sim nicely nestled into the corner. That definitely looks like a P1 with a G seat on it. I see it as a Xperience GS5 on there. He's got tensioner belts. He's got all sorts of cool stuff. And just, man, that looks like a cool room to hang out in. I'm just going to say it. I wish my game room looked like that. And look, with his race lighting, he's in the mood. He's in the vibe. He's got F1 on TV. He's got his rig up and running, F1. And there's the view from his perspective. Man, that is dialed in. Look at that. He's got the Archer wheel, the super Ricmotech box. He's got the display. He's got the Stream Deck button box. He's got the extra monitor. He's got speed fans. He's got that badass shifter. Look at that shifter, everyone. Can you see the shifter? Oh, it's being hidden, but you should know what's underneath that. This is a money is not an option rig right here. Or let me rephrase that. This is a I'm all in rig right here. One of the best looking rigs I've ever seen, I have to say. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to look at all these. There's the shifter. Boom. The quaif. Can you see it? Holy crap. What a rig. What a rig. Brandon G. Boyd, when we went to those closer pictures versus posted as R3DLOH. Oh, no, that's not the rig. Sorry. No, this is post. I'm sorry. That wasn't at Reddit. I'm sorry. This is at Imgur. Those are the HPP pedals. That is badass. I'm just saying. All right. That's certainly motivation for everybody. So Christmas is coming. Now you know what to ask for. Everything on that rig right there. All right, couple reminders and some pats on the back, and we're going to bring this show to a close. So, not a fan of the football boots. What we have tonight coming up, the Simpit Skippy series, 5 o'clock is when we'll be live back on Twitch. Hi, Twitch. We'll be back on the air at 5 for some practice pregame and getting the stream ready for the Skippy, the YouTube stream, which will go live at 6. And tonight we will have coverage of the Simpit Skippy series from Circuit to Barcelona. We're going to see guys get a little bit more stretched out perhaps than the last race, but the draft is still very strong, and that cold tires at Barcelona is going to be very interesting because Barcelona has about three really wide, long corners per lap, which are the most difficult corners to handle on cold tires in the Skippy. So tonight's race should have carnage, I hate to say. If guys didn't put in the practice laps, they're going to find it very difficult. Catalunya, yeah. Those who put in the practice laps are going to be definitely well rewarded. But this is the 5th race in a 6-week series. So next week will be the finale at Sebring and Homestead. And I hope I make it back. I might make it back for Homestead, but I might miss Sebring, unfortunately. Anyway, that race will be tonight at 6 o'clock on YouTube, 5 o'clock for pregame and practice on Twitch. So, and congratulations, looking at the points right now. David Grunnell leading the way. Have I included last week's points? Nope. Never mind. I have to update the points. Sorry. Everybody involved in the series, it's not my fault. We have a lot of things to blame iRacing for on our points and our schedule. We hope that everything might start 10 minutes late. Last week, iRacing didn't like our settings. I went back in and changed things, so hopefully it is prepared. And I need to update my iRacing. Is that right? Yep, I sure do. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil. We're going to take care of all that kind of stuff today at 5. Anyway, all right. I want to congratulate Gene Miller, who sent me leaderboard. I beg you guys, please just send me leaderboard shots so I can show those leaderboards where you guys are doing well in. Anyway, Gene Miller sent in a couple. The first one's Pcars in the Rio Challenge. All of you could get out there and take him on, by the way. Right now, he's sitting in second place. He goes by the name, and if you're looking for someone to race with on Xbox, just hunt him down on Xbox. But Mad Dog Pagan, sitting number 2 in the Rio Full Challenge in the Mini 65 FE. He set a time of 3:08.075, which is actually 5 seconds off of this unbelievable time by XPR Trini. Don't know who that is, but get out there and compete with Gene, and you have something to go after and have fun with. If you didn't like that challenge, he also did one more. So thank you again, Gene. If you would like, Gene, I'm going to send you Simpit stickers just for sending these in and showing people how it's done. I'll send you an email because you emailed these to me asking you the favorite color you want and your address. But he also ran the Pcars 2 Challenge Road America ALT, currently sitting in 6th, also in the Mini 65 FE with a 3:16.543. Billy, I'm sorry. Billy, I owe you a huge, giant apology. I just didn't. I need to find where I need to look for certain things because I don't necessarily find everything, obviously, or I would have put those out there. Because apparently, Billy Strange, let me see if we can hunt these down right now, Billy. I owe you. So, Billy Strange via our, there we are, ACC. I'm not seeing it. Hold on. I'm doing this. Did you post it in the main channel and I missed it? If it got posted in the main channel, Billy, I just totally missed it, and it would be very hard to scroll up and find it, per se. Sorry about that, Billy. I'm going to have to work on getting information from you. Speaking of Billy Strange, check out Billy Strange Racing on YouTube. Always putting out cool videos on stuff that I don't even cover sometimes. I think he did some Need for Speed Heat, so you get his opinion on that, and we miss him here on the Friday edition of the Beyond the Sim. Hope everything's working out great for you, Billy, and I'll try to get your leaderboard shots on the show another day. Thank you, Gene, for sending those in. Again, few reminders. This is the final pit stop of the week, obviously. But I am leaving Sunday and will be returning Friday. So there will be no pit stop Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and I won't be doing much of anything. Devin Booth has that community event. Get out there with Logically Gaming and support our veterans. And in addition to that, Devin Booth is going to be filling in for me on Hot Lap Hump Day with Ricmotech this coming Wednesday. So be sure to tune in for that in my absence. Some things will carry on even with me being gone. And I do have one video I'm working on, and of course we'll be racing the Skippy tonight. If you have an email from me and you haven't received an answer, I'm a little behind. I apologize. I'm going to work on getting those over to you. Be sure to thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Be sure to tell a friend so we can grow, and be sure to subscribe so that you can know about shows that are coming out soon. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Be sure to join us on Twitch. Shaun Cole in the Pit on Twitch. We're going to have a little post-show chat and hang out for a little bit and plan out the rest of our day. But that's going to do it for this one. It's Friday. Have yourselves a great weekend. Thank you for being part of the show, and get out there, do some sim racing. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.